This is some Arkham certified shit right here.
Now available in paperback and e-readers. Spellbound, a darker shade of black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller.
Someone needs to call Arkham Asylum because two of your inmates are missing from the population. Now, recently, this interracial couple of a black man and a white woman decided to announce their engagement by participating in a series of pre-wedding photos that featured the black man as a slave and the white woman as the slave master's wife. And these photos really show me how this couple is Arkham certified, because only a completely insane person is going to propose and agree to participate in a photo shoot that presents one of the worst periods in American history. Now, these photos are extremely disturbing to look at because they depict a couple that is trying to show how much they love each other, but shows how much this black man truly hates himself. Now, this black man in this first photo is shown nuzzling up to his white woman with his hands in chains. And that's not a picture of love. No, that's a picture of codependency, because this whole image shows that the black man is in bondage and that the white female has all the power in the relationship. Unfortunately, this concept flies over the head of this black man because he is so spellbound by this white woman that he doesn't really see how he's compromised his intangibles of manhood by participating in this photo, because only a buck broken black man is going to go out here and participate in this kind of photo shoot, because this kind of photo shoot shows how this man has no sort of intangibles of manhood, such as his dignity, such as his self-respect, and such as his self-worth, because clearly this man's testicles are inside of whatever change purse that this woman owns, because she is clearly the one in charge in this relationship, because he's the one who thinks that it's attractive for him to be featured in chains. Now, this black male clearly doesn't understand the whole concept of optics, because optically this picture really makes him look bad, and it really gives a really bad first impression as related to his relationship. Moreover, it also hurts us black men as a collective, because here we have a black man representing the image of black manhood, and him presenting this image of black manhood makes it harder for every other black man out here, because he's out here making himself out to breathe brand new life into the old stereotype and push the old narrative of the black buck, because that's what this image is all about, presenting us with the image of the black buck, this big black ignorant black man who needs a white female to be his savior, and that white female is only trying to save this man because she wants to find out if this black male is sexually endowed with a larger piece of genitalia. That's the whole fetish behind this whole photo and this series of photos. And again, these photos really show some of the most disturbing images as related to black people, because this black man, after he does this photo nuzzling up to this white woman in chains, he then is on his knees in another photo kissing this white woman's hand in the middle of this sugarcane field. And that is a picture that really shows to me how clearly buck broken this black man is, to go out here and be on his knees kissing this white woman's hand in this field, because only a buck broken black man is going to allow himself to be presented in such a humiliating way and then think that it's love, because only people in codependent relationships will think, that this kind of abuse is love. And this guy probably believes that he's in love with this white woman. But what this white woman loves is the power she has over this black man. And she loves the control she has over this black man because she was probably the one who proposed the idea for this disturbing photo shoot. But because this buck-broken, weak black man had no backbone and no stones to stand up for himself like a man, this buck-broken black man decided to go along to announce this wedding. But what he's showing is that he's not fit for marriage and he's not fit for manhood in the black community, because any type of black man who would compromise his dignity and show that he has no value of self, this is somebody we cannot in the black community call a brother. And when I look at this black male, he's clearly somebody who is a man in crisis and definitely, I believe, needs some sort of mental health intervention. And that's why I say, Arkham Asylum is missing 2 inmates from their population, because only an Arkham certified person would believe that participating in this kind of photo is a way to announce an engagement. And an engagement is supposed to be an announcement of how much you love each other, but there's no love in these photos at all. No, all we see inside of these photos is an example of how deep the self-hatred goes in this black man, because he cannot see the racist that this white woman is, because only a racist would sit there and believe that it's okay to present herself as the slave master's wife and to present their man that they love as some sort of slave who is beneath her. And if she's presenting herself as the slave master and him as the slave, basically this woman is sending a message to this man that she's not even thinking about being married to this man in any way, shape, or form. Once all this is a way for her to gratify her sexual fetish as related to this black man and find out what the black man's eggplant is like, and then be on her way. But these pictures are forever. They wound up on the internet, and these pictures again show us a picture of the codependency that goes on in the dysfunctional mind of many of these self-hating black males, like this mentally disturbed Arkham certified patient, and shows us why these individuals need to be in a straitjacket, because there's definitely something wrong with a black man who wants to go out here and dress and depict himself in a place in history where a black man was considered to be 3/5 of a person and basically considered to be property to be owned by another person. That's what's really the thing that makes me look at this picture and shake my head, because this Arkham certified behavior is something that really that we need to go get the DSM and get this guy into some sort of mental health counseling, because you have to be some kind of sick to go out here and dress yourself up like a slave, stand up in a sugarcane field, and then believe that this is something romantic. No, this isn't romantic at all. This is a picture of mental illness, and this is a picture of somebody who we in the black community need to really put our distance between, because as I see it, this Arkham certified individual has revoked their black card, and this is not somebody we need to be calling a brother. No, this is somebody we desperately need to be calling an ambulance, and this person needs to be taken away, not only for a 72-hour hold, but they need to be put on in some intensive therapy, and I say some shock therapy, because if you're out here worshiping Becky like this to the point where you will compromise your dignity and basically go out here and celebrate a period in history that dehumanizes you, then there definitely is something wrong with you, and that something that is wrong with you needs to be examined by professional psychotherapists who can really go out here and find out the cause of what's really this mental illness that you have, and really give you some sort of medication, some sort of, I believe, shock therapy, because the only way to shock this type of insanity out is with shock therapy, because there is clearly something wrong with this black man's mind if he thinks to make himself out to be the black buck in this white woman's sexual fetish, and believe that this is something that you want to present into the whole world as a picture of your love and a picture of your upcoming nuptials, which I guarantee you will not happen, because if she can present you to the world as a slave, she's not seeing you as a husband, and she's not seeing you as anybody she wants to be with. And in most cases, this Becky is already looking at Brad and seeing him as a man, and basically sees this black man as nothing more than a slave, and nothing more than somebody to go out here and serve her sexual whims. And again, this black man, he's so oblivious because he's so spellbound about the whole idea of getting the attention from this white woman, that he cannot see that this white woman has absolutely no respect for him and is making him out to be a joke. And the joke in these pictures is making all black men as a collective looking like the laughingstock of civilization. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my books that feature positive images of black men who don't act like this self-hating clown, like the John Haynes series and The Temptation of John Haynes, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format, and you can also find it on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Taking Care of Business. The man who rules the world breaks in a brand new partner to help him take care of business in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Taking Care of Business at paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.